This the NC beat. I got a freak elite like Pablo P. 980 the Neo Fold is where the Charlotte leaks. 252 for the Greenville. Hat on blue for the Tar Heels. I can edge them on this paradox like crack foes, like the locks. We knock bolts and the notch. Now I know when he talks how I can't even announce. Prepare a script to reach the dot. Cause when this ball point to close, my mental travel hellish spots like astro projection. Cannot conjoint the two of us if there is no connection. But you can close section. The NCB, the NCB. The NCB, the NCB, whoa, whoa.
Okay, Mr. Jackson, I love you, Mr. Jackson. For real, I do.
I almost got away. If it wasn't for that goddamn Gerald Jackson and the NCB mob, I almost got away. Got to be more careful.
Yep, you got to be more careful when you come around here to these North Carolina beach streets, the NC beach streets. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in on tonight. If you're watching from Facebook, make sure you share the live. Everybody that's under the sound of my voice on tonight, make sure you share the live, tag somebody. We talking about old punk puss ass woman beater on tonight. We're gonna get right into it in just a couple of moments. Hold on, y'all. Got to add somebody to something real quick. Okay, let me see. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Shout out to YouTube, everybody that's over on YouTube. Shout out to y'all on tonight. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in on tonight. We're going to Liberty, North Carolina, where there's a clown that's out on the loose. This man just cannot seem to keep his hands off of women. And then you just get shot at by some dude not too long ago. He just got out of federal custody. He said that he shot at you because you was out here beating on these women and these kids. And, you know, we might get him up here as well so we can understand why he shot at you. He said he had done his time so he can talk about it. Yet you all over the internet on Facebook running around trying to tell everybody, you know, that you don't put your hands on women. Now, why is these women coming out here saying that you put your hands on them? And then now the mother of this child that you punched on Saturday in the face is now coming out saying that your story that you put on your Facebook page, all these videos that your clown ass keep on making, you know, is a lie. So she want to come up here and she want to clear the air on tonight to let everybody know what's really, really been going on out here in these streets concerning this man right here. Okay, this is Antoine Lamont Johnson. Okay, this is Antoine Lamont Johnson. Now, this man right here is an alleged woman beater. Okay, now I've spoken to several women who have dealt with him, his ex-wife, and even the mother of the child who he punched on Saturday over the weekend. Also has a story about him. So a lot of women are coming out saying this man, Antoine Lamont Johnson, okay, he claimed he's the prophet of the streets. He ain't the prophet of nothing, okay? He claims he's the prophet of the street, okay? And on Saturday, we had did a story because he was out here punching a child, okay, in the face. Now, from my understanding, this teenager is 16 years old, okay? Now, the mom is going to come up here and she's going to explain in a little bit, okay? But this is a still shot photo of a video, okay, from a video where a neighbor who stayed beside this home that belongs to Lamont's soon-to-be ex-wife recorded him punching a child in the face, okay? Now, the boy obviously is sitting in the back of his mom's vehicle, okay, in the trunk or what have you, and he put something in his pocket when Lamont comes out there antagonizing him, okay? Now, this is a situation where this man won't leave this child alone, okay, according to the mom, okay? He follows this boy everywhere. He just picks with this boy. He messes with this boy like he antagonizes this child, okay? And, you know, I ain't going to say too much. I'm going to let her get up here and she going to just tell y'all, the story. We're gonna hear from her. Wooty woo woo. Okay. Now, so I'm gonna play the video in a couple of moments. Okay, so y'all can understand the context and you can understand what's going on. All right. So obviously, Lamont tried to get the knife out of the teen's hand. And the boy gestured the knife towards Lamont's face. Okay. And he punched the boy like a dude. Now, he won't ever hit no man like this. Remember, this clown will never hit a man like this, okay? This big nose pickle nose. When your motherfucking nose look like a pig feet, pickle pig feet, nose having ass motherfucker. Your nose shaped like a pickle pig feet. I just looked at your goddamn nose. Nose shaped like a pickle pig feet. Head look like a water balloon. And you sitting out here punching people, children in the face. But when them niggas was shooting at your motherfucking ass, you took off in the house, ducking and diving, trying to get up under the damn bathtub, hiding in the cabinets and in the motherfucking closets. But you out here in the open punching children, then want to get on nerve and tell about what your brother said, all these people get on up there. You is crazy. This is a crazy, retarded ass person. You really need to be highly medicated, just like Dirty Butt Sherelle. Y'all some punk niggas need to be in the back of a U-Haul, okay, with the door shut and a brick on the gas pedal down the motherfucking highway. Make sure everybody on the highway. And just let y'all motherfuckers just go. Y'all is crazy. I don't understand how the slow people taking over. The slow people just taking over. I just don't understand why you out here putting your hands on women. Now, before I move forward on tonight, let me say this. Okay. Let me make a public service announcement. Okay. So y'all make sure you thumbs up the video. Y'all know we got to get the algorithm back working. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Make sure you follow, like, tag, tell somebody. Okay, we got 32 reactions on Facebook, 48 shares. We want to go ahead and get them on up. All right, go ahead and get them on up. Slow people, listen, the slow folks is taking over. What in the world is going on? Now, let me just put out here a public service announcement for you people, okay? And I get tired of saying this, but I just need to say this since I'm already live, all right? If you don't like what we post over here on the NCB, please go somewhere else, okay? You don't have to read our news. You don't have to react. You don't have to watch. You don't have to follow. I mean, you don't have to pay attention, okay? But go somewhere else. Block us, remove us, unfollow us, delete us from your pages, okay? If you don't like what we post and what we got to say over here, because at the end of the day, I can care less, okay? But y'all also need to keep your families on a leash, okay? And I don't give a fuck about how you feel about what I'm saying. Keep your families on a leash. Don't get mad because y'all hoes can't keep them on a leash and then they getting to shooting and killing each other and stabbing each other. And the police come out there and the people that live in the neighborhood calling the news stations and the police is releasing press releases letting us know what happened. We gonna report about it. We gonna report it. Now, I don't know if y'all, think because I'm black that I supposed to just jump when you hoes tell me to jump. No. We don't do that over here, okay? We don't do that over here, okay? We have the freedom of press. We have a constitutional right to report the news. And only advice I can give you is stop cutting up in these streets. Keep your family on a leash, okay? Keep them tied to a tree, okay? Don't be breaking in nobody's houses. Don't be running up in nobody's houses late at night. Don't be, drive-by. Don't be busting people upside the head. So when your raggedy fast family members be on the NCB or any media outlet, you won't have to worry about it if you keep them on the leash, okay? Don't get mad at us because y'all people throw these gang signs up and having these guns, holding them up in your pictures and stuff on your profile. So when it's time for us to talk about your ass and we go to your page, you know, that's all we see. We only gonna grab what's public, what you put on a public platform, okay? And I be trying to spare a lot of y'all in the comments. And you know what? I got to take back some of the words that I said about Diggling Dyke. Okay, because you know some of the words I said about Diggling Dyke, I see why T.S. Madison be posting y'all pump pussy asses up there. Now I'm not gonna sit up there and talk about a sickness or a deadly illness that you have, you know. But I see why Mandy be putting y'all hoes up there and screenshotting your profile pages and putting you up there and roasting you down. I'm gonna start doing that too. But you know, kick rocks with flip-flops. Don't come around here, okay? I don't understand. Y'all have a mental illness. Y'all don't like the blog, but y'all still following. Y'all just be waiting for us to post something. And then stop holding everybody else accountable for the same shit that you do. Sit up here. Y'all posting somebody kid. Bitch, you post people kids. All that you posting your child, and we wish you would take them the fuck down. Okay? You post your child. Shut up. Stop crying. Y'all cry too much. Come to me crying when you about to get evicted. Come to me crying when your lights get turned. Come crying when you about to lose everything. But stop crying because y'all can't keep y'all raggedy ass family members on a leash. We're going to talk about them today, tomorrow, and forevermore. Okay? If you don't want us to talk about it, stop putting it on the internet. Sit down. When me and my friends go out, you don't get no call. You don't hear about Gerald and them showing out at the bar. You don't hear nothing about Gerald and them driving. You don't hear nothing about that because we know how to go and behave and enjoy, you know. We ain't no party pooper. So I just want to let y'all struggling with the fact that we are the press. We have a right to put your child's name up here. If they 14, 15, 16, 12, every media outlet has their own policies that they abide by. Okay, we raw, uncut, unfiltered. I believe people should know the full details of a story. I don't believe it. They should know their age. They should know the victim and who it is. Okay, don't put your child and your loved one on Facebook, and then when we grabbed a picture, you mad and complaining. No. You should have controlled the story when you told them to go out there and behave. Don't come over here with that bullshit. Because some of y'all that come over here and be crying and telling us to take your family down, baby, if I put out the real story, you hoes will go be scattering like roaches. So try Jesus. Don't try me, because when you try me, you don't know what type of information I have. Okay? And then if I put it out there, oh, you messy, oh, you did, shut up. See, I know when to shut up. I know when to hush. I know when to be quiet. I know when to move around. Okay? You hoes need to learn that. And just because I don't show you, I know when to move around, then, you know, you'll get it. But anyways, thank y'all so much for tuning in on tonight. I know a lot of y'all coming in here spectating on tonight. But shout out to everybody that's tuned in on tonight, Facebook and YouTube. I just, you know, it's just, I'd be like, damn, they don't go over there telling WRAL and ABC 11 on CBS 17. And I need to do what I need to really start getting their mindset. Fuck you. That's really what their mindset be. Fuck you hoes. You know, we have a right. This is our business. And then people act like we don't supposed to make money. This is a job. This is a job. Okay. Anything that you have to pay tax on 1099, it's a job. This is a job. Whether you think I'm legitimate or whether you think I'm non-legitimate, based off the law, this is a news media outlet, baby. You can't sue shit. You can't sue shit. Okay? Nobody's invading your privacy. Okay? You know. And I'm about to move on because we're going to get to the story. And then be trying to come over here and try to tell us what to do on our page. On our page. Like, you don't have the family want it down. I don't give a damn. The family don't pay my motherfucking bills. Do you? Oh, that's that bitch. The what? Bye. Have a good day. Don't come over here with that. Okay. Don't just move around. All right, y'all. So listen, let's Keep it moving. Make sure you share the live on tonight. Y'all know we got to get back in the algorithm. I want to thank everybody for tuning in on tonight. I'm going to try to read your comments, okay? Now, let me go back. Let me just rerun through. And you know, this be the, and let me just say something. I don't feel, I try to respect people who's grieving and when they lost, but y'all also have to understand, just because you grieving does not give you the right to cuss everybody out. You get what I'm saying? And dog people out. You get what I'm saying? They don't give you the, and then it's a certain way you ask people for stuff. You don't just come to somebody, take that down, and no, 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 no. You must not know me, baby. You must you must not know me. You don't know. It's a certain way you go to people and you ask them. And we don't have to remove nothing because we are the press. We, by law, we don't have to remove nothing. Okay? Point blank, period. So at the end of the day, all I can advise y'all to do is keep y'all family members and friends on the leash. So you don't have to worry about them being on the blog. Okay? All of us that come over, you don't see our family in the news cutting up. You know, you don't see me going out robbing people and stealing because my mama ain't trained me like that. You get what I'm saying? There's no, even growing up, we didn't have what we wanted, but we had we had what we needed. You understand what I'm saying? But we didn't go out, okay, and rob people and shoot people and you know, breaking people's houses. You know what I'm saying? But yet you want us to uplift your child when they get it. No, 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 no. We ain't doing that. Y'all do that. Okay. All right, y'all. So let's move right along. Okay, boom. So, appreciate you, Adrian. So, all right, y'all. So let me just run back through this story again. Okay. So if you do not remember on Sunday, we dropped a story. It happened Saturday, though. We dropped a story because there was a man by the name of Antoine Lamont Johnson. Okay, this is who he is right here. Okay, a bomb. Okay, he's a bomb. All right. Now, the mom of, let me just say, the bomb was he punched a child in the face. A neighbor that stayed beside him in his the home that his soon to be ex-wife owns, right? She caught him outside, you know, punching this child in the face. The video starts with this young teenager, this young man right here in the back of a car. Obviously, I don't know if he hear Lamont coming or what it is, but he's sitting there kicking his legs. He gets up, he puts something in his pocket, then he grabs a piece of paper, and it seems like he grab it, you know, as the closer that Lamont get to him. All right. Now, Lamont comes around, don't know what he says, but the young man reaches in his pocket, grabs something out, gesture it towards Lamont's face, and that's when Lamont punch him. As you can see in this left photo, this man punched this child like a grown ass man. And multiple women have come to us and stated that Lamont loves beating on women, allegedly loves beating on women, loves beating children. Okay, this is what he do. He just love putting his hands on people. He might just walk up to you and punch. Now he ain't gonna do no man like that. Okay, he ain't gonna do no man like that. You get what I'm saying? He ain't gonna do no man like that. He'll do a woman like that. But I'm trying to tell y'all, ladies, get you a knife, and when he get to swinging, you get to cutting. Okay. And you let a 12-person jury, okay, determine your fate. Now, I want to play this video, and then I'm going to play this 4-minute video of what Lamont said, because, you know, people were posting it online, and he responded trying to defend himself, pushing a narrative. But all this stuff that he's saying about this woman, and then check this out. This young boy has epilepsy, okay? He have seizures. It's a lot about this child that we did not know, that this bomb did not want to tell us. He's trying to make it seem like this child have behavior problems. This mom said her child don't have behavior problems. She gonna speak about it. She gonna talk about it. But I want to play this video first, okay, of Lamont punching this child in the face like a grown man, okay? Hold on, y'all. This is when the mom come out. Now Lamont is on top of the child. Okay, now that's the end of the video. A neighbor captured this, okay, in Liberty, North Carolina, and this happened on Ferguson Creek Drive, okay? Ferguson Creek Drive in Liberty, North Carolina, okay? Now, as you saw in the video, that's the video of Lamont, who you see right there in this circle, okay, punched that little boy, okay? Now, you could have yanked the knife out the little boy's hand. I mean, you could have did a lot of stuff. And I understand people say, well, you know, well, he ain't have nothing else to do. He went back to no corner either. And this guy, Lamont, with your bell pepper nose having ass, you jalapeno pepper nose having ass, bitch, your pump puss ass went out here bothering this little boy. Okay, now, this mom, she gonna tell the story, okay? But let me give you a little bit of 4 minutes out of an hour video that Lamont did trying to tell the story, trying to push a narrative about what happened, okay? Now, he's slow. Something wrong with him. I'm telling you, something wrong with him. I don't know if he do drugs. I don't know if something is wrong with his brain. What's wrong with him? But he really slow, and he seems like he's retarded and cuckoo, okay?
All right?
So just want to let y'all know.
When the sheriff gets here, and we're talking about the video, when the sheriff gets here, this is my first words to the sheriff. I said, I don't want y'all to do nothing to the young man. Sheriff Officer Collins, here we go. I'm just going, and my brother asked me to do this. My brother said, yo, man, get your ass up there because they going in. This is why I'm doing it, because he's someone who knows my character. All right, when the sheriff get here, listen, and I'm really in awe. Like, I'm very shocked. However, I'm good. I'm like, yo, I don't want you to do nothing to him. He said, hey, Mr. Johnson. I'm like, yo, look. He says, we got a call, said you was out there fighting. I say, officer, no. I say, however, yes. I had to restrain somebody. You put a knife against my throat. All right? Never mind who it was. All right? He's a young man who's going through troubled times. I hold myself accountable for this part. Well, you know what? I'm going to say this. I don't know how I would react again if that happened. However, I'm going to hold myself accountable for this right here. Because as adults, I can't even say that because then it'll be giving passes. But I am disappointed in myself. I'm disappointed in myself for fucking having a big heart. Never mind that. All right, when the sheriff get here, I tell him the situation. I say, look, I'm just helping the family out, brother. All right, you know, I give him the rundown. No father, such and such. Be mindful he walks around the house, and when he walks around the house, the mom is talking to her son. She's getting in her son's ass. So while y'all sitting up on this page talking about this woman let somebody jump on her chat, no, she did not. No, she did not. Now watch this. There's also a video where the young man said, yeah, I put a knife to his throat. I will only use that if it was to go to court, which is not. However, it's a very, I'm still finding out information, getting calls, finding out information that the situation is most sensitive than I thought. Okay? So here's where we at. I let him know what's going on. When he walk around there, she's giving it to him, bro, like a mom should. However, This is one of the things I hear this woman saying, bro, to herself. This is my fault. This all my fault. Like, she blaming her decisions on what she done. It's not her fault. And this is me, look, even hearing the things about the stuff they was going through, all right? The officer don't know what the fuck she's actually going through. However, I've been in depth speaking with this woman, all right? So I understand. However, the things that she's blaming herself for, I told her, yo, nah, that's not your fault. Even with him pulling a knife on me, that's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I hold myself accountable for my reactions. I ain't gonna even say my reaction. I'm trying to find something to hold my damn self accountable for, because I hold myself accountable for.
Get your bitch ass off the screen. Y'all, this man is a bitch for real, for real. Like, you know. All right. So let me bring her on. Okay. Hey, Lorena. All right, y'all. So I want to bring Miss Lorena on, y'all. This is Miss Lorena Bone. Okay. Her son is the young man who you saw in the video that got punched in the face by Lamont. How you doing tonight?
I've seen better days, but I'm blessed and I will not complain. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I first want to say thank you so much for coming up here, reaching out, wanting to tell your story. Can y'all hear her really good? I just want to see if everybody can hear really good. Okay. Make sure y'all share the video. Okay, so Miss Lorena, I just basically want to just say, first of all, again, thank you so much for coming up here. We really appreciate it. I'm glad that you reached out because we do want to hear from you about what happened on Saturday with your son, and if there's anything else you would like to add about Johnson, okay, Mr. Lamont. Well, I'm gonna call him Bum, okay. So first of all, can you just introduce yourself to us? Just tell us who you are, where you're from, or whatever. You don't have to go into too much detail, but just kind of tell us who you are.
My name is Lorena Bone. I am from Burlington, North Carolina. I live up here in Greensboro now. I'm a single mother of 5 kids. We are not in the most ideal situation right now, but I bust my ass and I go hard for mine. I met this man, Lamont, online pretty much, and
Where did you meet him at online?
on a face. He hit me up in my inbox from Facebook dating.
Okay, okay. And when was this?
This has been probably maybe a couple of months ago. But the
Okay.
first time he hit me was a while back. Like it's been an on and off conversation. You know how somebody just be in your inbox, you conversate with them every once in a while, but it really don't go nowhere.
Yeah. And before we move forward, I just want to ask you, why do you want to speak out today?
Because I feel like this man is shining a light on me and my kids that he's not telling the truth. The narratives that I have seen on his page over these past few days have blown my mind and infuriated me. He's trying to turn my son into something that he's not. My son is not a disrespectful child. My son is the one of my kids that steps up. I don't touch a door handle. You speak to him, he says, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. This child is in the youth ministry in church. He's a good kid. He wants to be a firefighter. I just shared the video on Facebook of when he was sworn in on national TV on the Today Show with Kathy Lee and Hoda as an honorary New York firefighter. Corey has been through hell. He was born with sickle cell. He had
Wait. Okay, you said Corey. Okay, yeah, I want to see that video too because I want to pull it up. I don't know why I'm thinking about DJ because DJ is the only one. I'm sorry, but go ahead. DJ is the police officer. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Corey is my son. That's his name, the 16-year-old in the video. Corey was born with sickle cell. He had lost his spleen when he was 2. He had 4 strokes at age 4. bone marrow transplant at age 5. He's been through hell, okay,
Yeah.
to say the least. And it's a blessing that he's even here. Now, the
Mhm.
whole time my son was in that man's house, we were there 24 hours at most. We stayed there
Okay.
that one night. Now, the next morning, he got up and he was on. When he was downstairs with me, he was okay. I walked
Mhm.
outside to smoke a cigarette, and then I hear commotion in the house. Apparently, he's went upstairs and started waking up the kids and telling them that they need to get up and start getting the clothes unpacked and start getting the clothes separated that need to be washed and this and that. We
Mhm.
had just brought all of our stuff in there, so we needed to unpack and get it
And
situated.
now, and is this the first time that he's met your kids?
Yes.
And y'all been there 24 hours, and he's already acting like he they stepdad.
Like literally in my face, my kids' faces, screaming, spitting in their face when he's talking to them, cussing at them, like just
Mhm.
swearing up and down. They have no respect, they have no structure, they have no discipline. And anybody that knows my kids, anybody that knows me, my kids are my whole life.
Mhm.
All we got is me and my kids, and my kids are not disrespectful kids. They ain't the best kids. I'm not a perfect parent by any
Mhm.
means. Nobody is
Yeah.
going to get up here and tell me that they did parenting perfectly. I make my
Mhm.
mistakes, I fall short, but we
Yeah.
are all we got, literally. And my kids are not disrespectful kids, and they didn't know that man from nothing. If anything, you take the time to get to know
Mhm.
kids, and if you're trying to help them, you're trying to help them. And this, when we came into this man's house, it was literally, he was just on everybody's ass. Any move that anybody made, he was on their ass. Like, my
Mhm.
son is trying to explain to him that he's not being disrespectful. Corey apologized to him. Corey tried to explain to him when he woke him up out of his sleep that day. Corey was having a spell, one of his spells that he has, where his eyes roll back and get stuck in the back of his head. So he
Mhm.
couldn't move and respond quickly, I guess, like Lamont wanted him to. So then that's where all of this started. So then it goes from when he finally did get up and get himself together. He came downstairs. Lamont was on him, just talking shit, talking shit, talking shit. Every move, Corey would go away and try to leave him alone, walk outside just to try to cool off. Because I mean, he's a 16-year-old, he's a
Mhm.
teenager, and this man is standing in his face screaming that he
Mhm.
don't know.
And
So
what did you say while he's screaming at your child and bothering your child?
what am I saying?
Mhm.
It's not well.
Like, are you telling
In
him to
this moment,
stop? Like, leave him
my
alone?
mind is blown. Like, in this moment, I'm scared. In this moment, I'm trying to diffuse the situation, and I'm trying to calm him down. I myself, just like Corey is, I'm trying to explain to him what is going on. Like,
Mhm.
he can't do this that fast. He can't do this that fast. Or, he actually has seizures. He actually probably did not hear you. He's not trying to be disrespectful to you.
Mhm.
I'm trying to explain these things to him too, but he's not. He's shut. Anytime you open your mouth, he's
Mhm.
shutting it down. There is no, you can't speak, you can't talk, you can't get a word in, you can't, there's no way. He's
Right.
hollering, screaming. I'm not surprised that his neighbors are videotaping. I'm sure he sits in that house all the time hollering and screaming, because
Mhm.
that's what he does. I had just came from taking a shower, and the man, while I was in the shower, I could hear him beating his dog for about 4 minutes straight. He's got two dogs down there. For about four
The
minutes
same one
straight.
that bit a child. We got video.
Oh wow.
He's
Now
yeah
see,
he facing charges. He's already got a court case dealing with that. I got a video. You can see it clear as day. This small child is walking down the street. And his dogs come out and attack the baby. I'm gonna put it up at the towards the end. But let's back up, because I want people to understand. And we talked about this off of the phone, and I just know people be watching and stuff like that. So talk about how you met him, and the conversations that you all had before you moved into him, because a lot of people just think you
he
just met
he
him and moved
originally
in.
approached me on some trying to holler at me type shit, and
Mhm.
I got a lot going on, so I don't really, I'm not, I just, that's not where my mind is at, so I really hadn't paid it a lot of mind. But I
Mhm.
finally stopped and took the time to listen to the man,
Mhm.
and he made a lot of sense to me. He was talking like he had sense. He was talking like he had a good job. He had this. He had that. He's doing this. He's doing that. He told me he had a nonprofit organization where he helps homeless people.
Mhm.
So then it got to a point where he was asking me to come. And now this is not nothing that I asked him for. This is something that he offered to us. He was like that he had this house, and that the whole upstairs, the whole all of the bedrooms in the house were empty, and he was thinking about renting it out anyway, so that we could come and stay there, and I could stack my money to help me get on my feet. So I don't know. We talked about it for a while. I talked to my kids about it. We decided that it would be, it's something that we would try. So I go and I get my kids and I get my things that day. I checked out of the hotel. We had been staying in an extended stay, like a studio hotel. And I checked out of the hotel, got my stuff together, went down there. I got my kids from school that day. This was Friday. And we went down there. Everything was good. Now, there were moments that during that day, during Friday, that he had already had me feeling on edge.
Yeah.
But again, I'm all the way in Liberty. I just checked out of a hotel. I got my babies with me. I'm out here by myself. And this man has turned into something completely different from what he presented to me. When he before any of this, he was the nicest, most respectful,
Prior to you move,
it
prior
had
to
to
y'all
be that
going in
situation
there.
for me to even walk into it, because I don't deal with people. I don't have no friends. I don't fuck with nobody. I literally go to work. I come home. I fuck with my kids. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean cuss, but
Now
that's
you
it.
good, good. So
I
let me
don't.
stop you right there just to kind of catch everybody up so they can understand what's going on. So, and I know there's a lot of organizations out there and people who know that can help. Okay. So she met Johnson on Facebook dating, on and off conversation. He tried to holler. Then he started talking about this non-private. Because when you meet people and you get to know them, you kind of tell them what you got going on, what your life like. You ain't
We was
trying to
just
hide
chopping it up.
nothing.
I'm just telling him about me.
You
He's
tell it,
telling me about him.
yeah. So,
I
right.
could tell that there were gaps in some of the shit that he was telling me, but
Hmm.
again, this was fresh. Maybe he just didn't want to reveal everything to me, like I didn't want to
Hmm.
reveal everything to him.
Hmm.
It was just a getting to know each other process. But
Hmm.
then it turned into, it really stopped with the romantic shit. Like, it wasn't even about that anymore. He was on some shit like he wanted to help us. Now, in
With the
hindsight,
nonprofit.
looking back now that I
Hmm.
think about it, as soon as I got there, he started talking about his water was about to be cut off.
Yeah.
And he needed $176 by Monday, or his water was going to be cut off. And he's so stressed out about this water bill. And in that moment, hell, I just brought my kids into your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to help us.
Hmm.
I don't mind. I was going to give him the money for the shit. So
Hmm.
in hindsight, I'm trying to figure out, was this just something that he was doing to try to, help himself, not me. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. So for those that don't, back to what I was saying, y'all. So Lamont started presenting himself as somebody that owns a nonprofit organization and he can help them. And so what it was is that Miss Shateria, who's on the screen, and she says, "That's my house." That is her house. Okay.
I'm known for
Now
that.
she had, yes, so that's Miss Holman's house that Miss Bone and Lamont was in when all this stuff happened. Okay, so he's taking his soon-to-be ex-wife's home and telling women, particularly Miss Bone, that he can help them. He helps homeless people, and of course, this is a mom with her kids. They're staying in a hotel. I mean, so she's working, she's providing for them, and she's taking up on this opportunity. So, woo. So for the first time ever, because y'all was talking what, maybe how many months? 2, 3 months? I mean, how many
About 2
months?
months. Yeah.
And you're trying to save money, get out of the hotel, boom. Okay. But it still don't matter. That still ain't no reason. If you don't want somebody to stay there, you say, hey, y'all need to go. You don't put your hands on them, okay? But
Exactly.
anyway, long story short, she moved in. They've been there 24 hours. And this is the situation that happened on Saturday. Okay, boom. Now go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
So I'm sorry. Say that again.
No, I was saying you can pick back up where you left off at. So you
Okay.
were saying, okay, go ahead.
So we were staying in the studio, and I packed up my stuff, and I went down to his house. I got my kids out of school that day. We went down there, um, and when my little ones came, my two youngest sons are 9 and 10, and then I have a 12-year-old girl as well. She they when they saw him beating that dog, my kids were already terrified. Like they were
Yeah.
already like, "Mama, we gotta go. Like we're not gonna stay here."
Yeah.
So I had already started making plans to back out and leave, but again, I had told him that I was going to pay that money on that water bill by Monday. So I
Mm.
didn't, and not everything I own, but a lot of the shit that I own was in his house.
Okay.
So in the moment when all of this went viral, when everything went, the reason why I've been keeping I just got the rest of my stuff out. I went down there after I got off work last night. Me and my daughter went down there, and he had all my stuff sitting in the garage. I went and grabbed everything, threw it in my car, and left. Now I'm here. It ain't no more keeping me quiet. It ain't no more intimidating me. He's been on the phone with me today trying to show me where he's been talking to the social worker and blah blah this and that, trying to intimidate me, I guess, into not going live and telling my side of the story. Because
Mhm.
originally I was like, with everything I got going on, I don't need this shit. Like I really, I just wanted this to be over so I could get back to doing what the hell I was doing.
Right.
But then he started just posting and posting and posting these videos, and he's talking and talking and talking, and nothing that he's saying is what happened.
Mhm.
Nothing that he's saying. So anyway, I get my kids down there
So
Friday.
tell us some of the stuff.
Questionable shit happened, but it was, I
Yeah.
guess it wasn't enough to, we had already started planning that we were going to
Mhm.
leave, you know what I'm saying? But I had to find a smooth transition back up out of here
Yeah.
because I could tell, and like, he had me scared. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not a big bad motherfucker. I'm not no fighter. I'm not. That's not how I move. That's not in me. So he had me scared, and I've been in abusive relationships. I grew up in an abusive household, so I know how quickly that shit can go left. And I had to think about not only Corey, I had to think about the three other kids I had in the house, the fact that I was out here in the middle of nowhere by myself, and he had already been threatened to call the police and have Corey removed out of the house. And he keeps telling my kids
So
to
he a
send me
snitch
how,
bit.
yeah, how he got his wife removed up out of the house by the police.
Yeah,
This
he
and that.
put a
He
restraining order on
bragged
her to tell the
about
people
that.
for coming back to her own house. I got a video. I got a video I'm gonna play too, a ring camera video too. I'm gonna play. So
Hmm.
let's go to Saturday. So because we did jump off topic. So Saturday, your son is sitting on the back of your car. Now, let me ask you this: why did your son have a knife?
Corey's had a knife since he was about 12. I mean, my brother gave that to him as a birthday gift a long time ago. It's a little
But
like
I'm
a
saying, why did he?
like
So he always carried a knife on him.
no, he don't always carry a knife on him.
Okay.
Apparently, he felt like he needed that knife. Now, okay,
Mhm.
let's get back to Saturday. Saturday
Yeah.
morning, he wakes the kids up. He's fussing about this and that about the clothes.
Mhm.
So he wakes Corey up. Corey don't move fast enough for him, and he's going off on Corey. Now my other kids are walking around. They're scared. My 12-year-old daughter is already crying. She's in tears. She's
Right.
scared at this point. So it goes from upstairs to downstairs. Now everybody came downstairs, and Lamont decides that he's going to try to take Corey's phone away from him. Corey had his phone in his hand.
Mhm.
So this is how the whole predicament started. So he grabs Corey's phone, and Corey is wrestling his phone like he's not trying to give him his phone. He's like, "No, you're not taking my phone. Like I ain't did nothing wrong. You're not taking my phone. I was coming. I was doing what you was telling me to do. Why are you taking my phone?" So anyway, he wrestles Corey down on the bed. Now at that point, I jumps in it. I got got him off of him. Told him to leave him the fuck alone. I told Corey to go outside. Go outside so I can chill this situation out because at
So
that
that's
point
when he go
the other
outside and
kids,
sit in the back of the trunk.
right? Not well. Yeah, that's when you see him come outside and go sit in the back of the truck.
Mhm.
Corey was minding his business. Corey had gone away from the situation, doing what I told him to do, and
Mhm.
go outside and try to calm down.
Right.
So he's Lamont for some reason. I don't know. I was in the house talking to the other kids, and I don't know how. I don't even know why Lamont went back out the door after him. But Lamont came back out the door after him. Corey was not bothering nobody. He went and sat in the back of my car.
Yeah. Yeah. He was. You could tell he was clearly sitting back there,
He was
and
trying to
then he.
chill. He was upset. Like he was trying
Yeah.
to get away from the situation. Now,
Right.
mind you, he's already apologized to this man numerous times. He's already,
But what is he apologizing for?
because
I mean,
the man is trying to say that he's being disrespectful, and
yeah,
he's like, okay, well, that wasn't my intention, but if that's how he took it and that's how he
I'm
feels,
sorry.
then I'm gonna apologize, just to say, just to clear the
Mhm.
air, because he's respectful.
Right,
He's gonna do that. If he feels like he's violated or done anything wrong, he's not gonna just. Corey's not one that's just gonna be like, yo, fuck you. That's not him.
right.
Corey has
Yeah.
a he's a very, very, anybody that knows Corey will tell you, like, Corey is the greatest
Mhm.
kid. He's the one that walks around checking on everybody, making sure everybody's good. He holds doors. He speaks to people with manners. He's a
Yeah.
good kid. But anyway, so he goes back out the door after Corey. I'm sitting there talking to my daughter, and we're inside of the house. I
Mhm.
hear them out there fussing. So when he actually punches Corey, I'm at a different angle. Now, it kind of looked like that to me, but I wasn't sure in that moment. And
Mhm.
my adrenaline is pumping. I'm scared to death. I was scared that Corey was going to cut himself with that knife. It was so much. So anyway, I go out there and I get the knife away from Corey. I try to go back in the house to go and calm my daughter down, because in that point my daughter is,
Mhm.
she's going crazy. Corey's going crazy. Tristan's going crazy. This motherfucker running around screaming and shit. Like, I, I was probably damn near about to have a heart attack in that moment. My heart was about to beat out my fucking chest. Like,
Right. So you didn't see him punch your child?
no, not the first time. I feel like he hit him more than once. But
Okay.
when when I saw the video from a different angle, like when he actually hit Corey, I was coming out of the house. I was coming around from behind him. So
Mhm.
I'm looking at him from a whole different angle.
Mhm.
So
Right.
I come out there and I'm screaming at him. I'm like, you can't be putting your fucking hands on him like that, because he knows, and I've said, but he's not hearing that Corey
Mhm.
has seizures. You can't be putting your fucking hands on him like that. You can't be wrestling him and touching. You can't be hitting him like that. You can't do shit to
Mhm.
him like that. So anyway, after this, he tells my son he can't come back on his property. Now, no, the police showed up. I talked to the police, let them know what was going on. The police left. Now, that was what blew
What
my
did you
mind,
tell
but
the
I didn't
police?
know in that moment that the police hadn't seen the video either. So the police was just pretty much going off of what he was saying. Now, he had already intercepted the police and had his whole conversation with I was around the back of the house talking to Corey when the police came. When I
Mhm.
looked up, him and the police officer was standing peeking around the house at me. So I don't know how long he had been talking to that police officer before, or what. I didn't even see the police pull up until I was talking to Corey.
So
But
did you talk to the police?
did I call? No,
No,
the
did you
neighbors
talk?
called the police. Oh yes, I talked to the police. Yes,
Okay, and what did you tell the police?
that it was pretty much a we were diffusing the situation. I told him that what had happened. They were arguing over a phone. He was trying to take the phone from him. He felt like Corey was being disrespectful. That in that moment, I was just really honestly, trying not to let that fucking police officer go and make no report. So I was trying to diffuse
Yeah,
the
because of,
situation. He's a teenager. He's a man trying to tell him something. That's how it happened. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So the police went on about his business, and
From our conversation off the phone, I understand, and I understand a lot of stuff and reason why we have to talk in codes,
right.
because people don't understand, families have to like people, and I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm just, and it's gonna leave some people wondering, but they don't know like your like the time that I
Well,
took to
listen, like
actually
I told
understand
you
the
earlier,
situation.
baby, I'm not ashamed of
No,
anything.
that's
Like
that's a difference. But
now
people,
the things that I need to be accountable for are the fact
mhm,
that I didn't get to know this man better before I brought my kids into this situation. That
mhm,
I feel like a piece of shit for, and that I've beat myself up enough for that. So I don't need nobody else to help me do that. Now
right, yeah,
I've read the comments, I've seen, but that's people get on the internet all day long and swipe and talk about
mhm,
shit. But then they go on back to their life. Nobody
yeah.
is out here with me with these 5 kids going
Mhm.
through what the fuck I'm going through right now. So
And
there's
that's
nothing
what
for anybody
I'm
to do.
saying. A lot of people may think that you just, up and ran, and then sometimes, and then I mean, at the end of the day, it's like I'm a mom. I have 5 kids. I'm paying all of this money to stay in here, and I mean, somebody that's showing me different than what they showed me Saturday. I mean, you saving, you still people don't understand your story. You know what I'm saying? I understand your story, like from talking offline, but I'm not gonna speak online, because although there's organizations and people out there to help people, that system don't give a fuck about that. They don't care
It's a
about
broken system. They don't care about
womanhood and brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? But So, but you are going to file charges for
You
this
better
incident.
fucking know it. You better fucking know it. As
Yeah,
long to the fullest extent, anything. I'm going first thing in the morning to go talk to the magistrate. I thought I had to be at work today. Is the only reason why I wasn't sitting in
yeah,
front of a magistrate today.
yeah. Because we was gonna do
But
this tomorrow,
yeah, because I thought I
tomorrow,
had to
but
work today. I
because
I
she
done
thought
went
you
showed
had,
up at work and everything. My manager looking at
yeah,
me like, "What are you doing here?" So
yeah, yeah. And let me say this: I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. And you have a lot of women who do stuff, and they grown, and some of them don't think about their kids, in situation, but they don't have men that put their hands on them either. You get what I'm saying? It's easy to just, oh shit, I made a mistake. Let me get my kid shit. We finna go and be gone. In this situation right here, I get it. You're trying to survive, and a woman would think that a man is a protector. You know what I'm saying? But they not. They're all not. That you know what I'm saying? Not all
especially
men
when that's
do.
what he's presenting himself as. That's
Yes,
the story that this man told me. Like you
Mhm.
would not believe the difference in this person, and it's like two completely different
I've
people.
heard the stories. The women have come to me and told me. Yes, I've heard the
And
stories.
I
Trust
have
and believe.
the shit blew my mind, bro. Like it floored
Yeah.
me. I don't know.
So after this situation happened, I understand you're in the Liberty, North Carolina, out of nowhere. You can't just up and leave. I mean, you can't just. So you're having to just deal with that until you till you left. So the next day, or what happened later that day after the police came, left, like did he still antagonize your son? Like what was going on
No, he
afterwards?
left Corey alone. I ended up having to. That's the whole reason why I didn't pack my shit and leave that day is because I had to go to work that night. And me and my kid, I had just checked out of a hotel room. I didn't have no
Mhm.
money to get another room. You got me done uprooted myself, and now I'm in this situation where I got to go and figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do. So I had to go to work that day. So
Yeah.
I went and got my oldest daughter from work. She's about to be 18. She's 17.
Mhm.
I went and got her from work and brought her there to sit with my younger kids. They all stayed upstairs while I was at work. And Corey, I
Mhm.
took with me to work. He
Right.
literally sat in my car during my shift that day
Mhm.
because I wasn't leaving him there. You know what I'm saying? I just I didn't feel comfortable leaving any of them there. But my
Mhm.
oldest daughter was there, and she had them. They were all upstairs in the room watching TV while I was at work. That they had already been fed.
Yeah.
They was good. They didn't have no reason to come out, and I just needed them to sit still for a minute while I go get this money and come back.
Mhm.
So, yeah, Corey went to work with me that day. I didn't leave him there.
So let me ask you this. So, um, when you met this guy, the prophet of the streets, did you do any research? Did you try to find out
I
if
didn't
he
even
was
know about a prophet of the streets until all of this happened, and he was tagged in the other page. I knew him as Lamont Johnson. He had
okay?
another page that's a Lamont Johnson page. That's
Mhm.
what I knew him as. I didn't know him. I didn't know nothing about no prophet of the streets. I didn't know nothing about that.
But you didn't know
Nothing.
about
I've
you. So
never
you didn't
seen him.
know that,
Never heard of him.
right? Right. So you never knew the history of this abuse and stuff. You just a girl from Greensboro on Facebook dating, and you
Right.
swiping. Okay.
I'm from Burlington. I'm not from Greensboro.
Burlington. I'm sorry, Burlington.
Yeah.
Burlington. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm up here.
Okay.
I mean, I've lived up here before, when I was younger and stuff, but I'm from Burlington.
And this is why things like this is important for me. Like, women like yourself. First of all, thank you for your bravery because, I mean, this guy could have killed you. Listen, the stories that I have heard, and
The
hopefully,
man got a gun in that house.
yeah. I mean,
Go
hopefully, I can
ahead.
be a safe haven for a lot of women who have come to me about this dude. I mean, this dude don't need to be in the streets. And I'm telling you, women, right now, the stories I've heard that I haven't even put the information out yet. Y'all need to leave Lamont alone. Do not talk.
Run.
Ain't nothing good about him. You're gonna end up dead.
Nothing. And he will make
You
you
don't get
think that
away.
he will make you think that he is the perfect man. He will make you think that he
Um,
knows how to talk. He's got the gift of gab. He knows how to manipulate.
he
And
loves hurt women.
oh
You can't
man,
take a
listen.
you can't take a strong woman and break her. You can't take a woman that's survived on her own and been living on her own. See, and I'm not saying that's you. I'm just speaking in general. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, and I mean, he can find those little targets and those little women, and it might. I thank God that it wasn't somebody weaker than me. I thank God that it wasn't somebody that was ashamed of their situation and wasn't going to open their mouth. But at the end of the day, I knew I had to keep my mouth shut for a minute because I had to get my bearings about myself and I had to figure out what I was going to do. But
Yeah,
at the end of the day, as soon as I got out from under that man's thumb, oh no, his ass is exposed today, baby.
yeah,
I'm not stopping. I'm not gonna shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna be quiet. He will not continue to sit out here and try to tear my son down and make him into something that he's not. No, that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing at all.
yeah. Wow.
No.
Wow. So in this video that you put up here, your son was once in a wheelchair.
Yeah, my son almost died. I had to plan my son's funeral. My oldest daughter saved his life. Corey was born with sickle cell, and because he's got what they call moya, which is narrow arteries in his brain, when his blood would get all thick and slushy and sickled up like that, it couldn't pass through those arteries. So it caused him to have 4 strokes within a year when he was 4 years old. So they told me he wouldn't live to see 5 years old unless I got a bone marrow transplant. What in the fuck is going on down here? Oh my God, my child. Um,
Oh Lord.
Police is down here. I was up here at this park. Oh my God.
Oh gosh. Okay, well go ahead and handle that. Let me get you off here, okay?
Yeah, I'll hit you back in just a second.
Okay, go ahead. Um, Lord, touch the situation. Okay. But anyways, she got a situation going on she got to take care of. Okay, so let me play this video right here. This is of her son. This is the young man. I didn't even get the year that this was taken, but this is the young man that Lamont punched in the face. Okay. And tried to paint out to be a child with issues and behavior problems when he's the one that has behavior problems. Like, why you won't line that shit up with a grown ass man? Like, come on. Come on. So let me
Irving little boy who has a
hold on. Okay, here we go.
special wish. Yeah, it's been rough going for Lorena Bones' 6-year-old son, Corey. He's born with a severe case of sickle cell anemia. He lost his spleen at age 2, suffered 4 strokes at age 4, and after monthly blood transfusions would no longer sustain him. His only hope was a bone marrow transplant. So his older sister, Nikessa, was tested, and luckily she was a match, so she donated her bone marrow last August. The transplant went fine. Corey no longer has sickle cell, but after his immune system woke up, the T cells in his body began to attack his stomach and his liver. But his mom prayed, and Corey rallied, and Lorena Bone and her son Corey are with us now, along with big sister Nikessa. Well, hi. It's about a tough time, huh? How are you doing, hon? How are you?
I'm good. I'm blessed.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
And how is our Corey doing? He's a little tired today, right?
He is. Yeah. Tell us how he's doing day to day.
He's good. He's getting better day by day. He's doing good with his physical therapy. They cut back his chemo meds to once a week opposed to twice a week. So he's making progress.
Okay, and Nikessa's the hero of the story, the heroine. How are you?
Good.
How are you doing? How's your little brother doing?
Great.
He's all right. So when they asked you to help out your little brother, what did you think, Nikessa?
I thought
Good boy.
that it would be awesome to help out my little brother.
Yeah. You did. Mom, did you have any reservations about how this was all going to happen? Were you?
No, I trust God completely, and I knew that He could make a way.
Well, one of the great things about your beautiful, wonderful little son is that he loves firemen. We heard a rumor. Describe to us how much and why he loves firemen so much.
My father was a firefighter and a first responder EMS, and when they were little coming up, I used to tell them stories about how I used to go with my dad. But he's always had a fascination with fire trucks, and he decided one day that when he grew up, he wanted to be a firefighter.
Well, that's a noble profession. That sure is. Hey, Corey, we might have a little surprise for you.
Yeah.
We're going to open up our back window right here, and then we're going to spin you around.
Spin you around.
Hang on, here, I'll take you. Want me to do that? Hang on. You got it? Look what's out there.
Look what's out there, Corey. Look at that.
There is a big fire truck. I think it's just for you.
I think it is.
I think it's your own fire truck. And Corey, we're going to... Here come the guys. Look who's here.
Now.
Who's that guy?
Now he's waking up. These are the mascots from the FDNY. Hello,
Hi,
everybody.
guys.
Hi, guys.
Come on.
Now he's...
Do you like these guys? They're here for
You like them, Corey? Yeah. Well,
And we'd like to also bring out, here they come.
Yes.
We've got our commissioner, Daniel Nigro, and chief of the department, James Leonard, are here.
hello and welcome.
Welcome, guys.
Welcome. Some of
Hi.
New York's
How are
finest
you?
firemen.
Let me
Hello,
just
guys.
spin Corey back around a little bit.
Hey, Corey.
Let me just...
Good morning, Corey.
Look at all your guys are here. You guys, you have a little presentation for our
Well, we
our
certainly
wonderful little boy.
do. We certainly do. Good morning, Corey. Welcome to New York City. And we're all here today to swear you in as a firefighter.
What? Stop it! Wow!
So if you can answer these 3 simple questions, all you have to do is say yes.
Just give a thumbs up.
Thumbs
Yeah.
up. You'll be a New York City firefighter. So let's start. Okay. We're going to make it official. The chief's going to hold. Raise your right hand.
Yeah.
And here you go. Put your hand here.
Oh, wow!
Promise to be safe and never play with matches or fire and always listen to...
Wow. And this baby right here, who is a miracle. I mean, to see her son in a wheelchair and to see that God has delivered him and brought him out of this storm. And this man, this, oh Lord Jesus, made me want to get in the paint. God almighty, I want to get in the paint. Listen, I'm going to tell you one thing about the baddest blogger. I ain't going to duck no smoke. Now, I ain't going to say I'm going to win every fight, but the ones I've been in, I don't won. But I'm not Superman. But at the end of the day, you gonna know your ass been in a motherfucking fight. But this is the punk that won't fight a man, won't line up with a man, ran on somebody. You sit up here and you put your hands on women, then the streets catch up to your ass and they shoot at you up like that. You want to keep that shit in the street. Don't get this. You want to put your hand on women and beat women. And so this is the thug, the punk, the thug, the bully, the big nose, pepper nose, pickle pig feet nose. Ain't gonna fight a man, ain't gonna square up, ain't gonna get in the paint, ain't gonna drop a location for a nigga. All you gonna do is get on Facebook and cry like a little bitch and tell everybody, this child got behavioral problems, and to hear his mom's story and to see what he done been through and what God done brought him out for. You think God brought that young man out of that to let your punk bitch ass touch him and put him and mess with him and try to put him in see? I mean, are you serious? I mean, this is just the clowns that we dealing with. Okay, now I'm gonna show you this video again. Okay, of what this man, Antoine Lamont Johnson, did to the child you just saw in that video, who was sworn in as a New York police officer. And I got to ask the mom, when was the video made? Probably some time ago. But at the end of the day, to see this young man sitting in the back of a car, a small SUV, standing up, moving, and the fact that he don't know who you are, somebody that my mama done met, you bothering them, and it's like, damn, mama, who is this? Who is this motherfucker mama done met? And you know, your kids just got to flock with you. I mean, you know, but at the end of the day, we have to also take better, we have to just do better in looking into people before we talk to them and move our kid. But I understand her situation, and I'm not gonna go into too much detail, you know, because CPS be trying to take people kids. They don't be trying to help people sometimes. You get what I'm saying? They don't understand how we all get in one room and we survive. They want you to literally, like, it's so stupid. It's just like, kids are well taken care of. They got food. They're eating. They're healthy. What is the problem? Y'all don't understand the struggle because, and I don't want to go there, I don't want to go there. But the wealth, no, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm just because that's gonna stir up a whole nother thing. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm gonna play this video one more time so y'all can see what this man did to this child. Wow. 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 Okay, y'all. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to bring this guy up who shot at Lamont Johnson. Um, he reached out to me and told me that he had just got out of the feds for shooting at Lamont because he was putting his hands on women and children. And so I'm just waiting for him to send me his information, and then we're gonna talk to him. And while we're doing that, let me open up the phone lines to let hold on, to let some of y'all call in, just in case you want to call in. If you have an opinion, you know, if you got something you want to say. Okay. Okay. So let me put the number up here. Not oh snap, yeah. Okay, my fault. Hold on, y'all. Oh, hold on. Hey, bro, let me call you right back, okay? All right. Hold on, y'all. I did something wrong. I knew it. I don't be having this thing set up right. Hold on. Okay, let me see. All right. Hold on. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Y'all gonna be able to call back. Hold on.
Yo. Yeah.
All right, can you hear me? Okay, cool. Turn your TV down just a little bit.
All right.
Okay, so now I do know you reached out to me. Now you said that you shot at Lamont a while back.
Yeah,
Okay.
2019.
Okay, so tell me about that situation. What happened?
It was his girl, the girl that's on the who house that is where he was at, where he lied to Lori and told him that he was gonna help her and do all that.
Right.
He was married to this girl, Chantel. She on the comments,
Yeah.
and he low key like did something. He got to put a 50B on her or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But back then, he used to go out with her and they girlfriends everywhere. He would never let them go out by themselves.
Oh.
So then one day it was my ex birthday. They went out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He takes her phone calls me off of her phone, starts pushing her away or whatever, texting me, telling me I'm soft and calling me all kind of bitch ass niggas and all this stuff because I won't record his music for free in my studio.
Ah.
I won't record a song with him. You know what I'm saying? So when I pulled up, like he told me to, you know, I in that time I had just got shot myself. Like I was going through a bunch of stuff because of that studio, you know, and you know, so I started carrying a gun myself to protect myself. So when I pulled up over there, because he took their keys, he took her car, he made them stay in the room, he wouldn't let them leave. I came up, he had my 3 girls in there.
Wow.
You ain't gonna do that. I'm coming to get mine. So I pulled up. So when I pulled up, he see I'm on crutches. You know, you come running up on me. Oh, you want to fight me because I'm on crutches? I gave him exactly what he was looking for.
Now, how much time did you have to do for that?
They gave me 6.5 years. I had to do 5 years on it.
And what year was this?
2019.
2019. Wow.
Yeah, he lied to the police, gave him a fake name, all kind of stuff, because in his rap songs, you know, he always talking about how he hates snitches and all that.
They can't rap worth a shit.
First thing he did, called the police and gave him my name, my Facebook page, and everything. I got all the statements where he was doing all that.
So he the police for real, for real.
Oh yeah. That's why I said I'll send you his paperwork.
Send it to me. Send it to me so I can put it up so the people, so the real street niggas know don't fuck with him because he a snitch.
Yeah, they already know what's going on.
You out here beating women and you a snitch? Come on, nah.
Right.
Come on.
It's on my page though. If you look up on the That Boy Demon on Facebook, it's on my page. All you gotta do is go in the photos and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, but I most definitely send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me. Send it to me.
Yeah, but Lori, that's like my sister, man. Like that, her son, he's very proper. He does not disrespect nobody like that. Of course, kids always catch a little toot or fit or hissy fit or something, but Corey ain't like that. They stayed with me for a little while. Lori needs some help. She busting her ass right now.
She busting her ass.
So everybody on here talking that shit, talking about, oh, why was he standing there? Why was she doing this? Because she's trying to get her shit together. Everybody act like it ain't hard out here. Some people go through shit.
And then when people open up their houses for you, especially when they under disguise the way he doing it, like, you know, you showing like,
faking really like he got a non-profit organization telling her that he's going to help her and everything.
And then the money she's spending in the you know, where she at, you can save a lot of that and be able to get on your feet. But she told me what's going on, so I'm gonna find I know a organization. You know, I mean, it's really nothing. Like, I mean, all we got to do is help her get her light bill down, and she, you know what I'm saying. So I mean, the people asking for. Yeah, I mean, she's a mom and trying to help, and I want to be a blessing and help her, because you know you don't have to put up with no man putting their hands on you or anybody, because people think because they open up their house to you because you have nowhere to go that you're nobody, that you're less than them, that they just get to talk to you the way and respect you. No, if you gonna help somebody, do it out of the kindness of your heart. Don't talk about what you do for people a lot. So, you know, I just would never let somebody come stay with me and just treat them.
Right.
Maybe the bill will get paid whether you here or not. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's just me. If I got a friend that needs somewhere to stay on hard times, I'm gonna try to help my friends as much as I can to keep them away from my house, you know, but they welcome anytime, because these my A1s, my day one A1s. I ain't got to be sleeping with one eye closed and like these people that I know. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let nobody 3-4 months. No. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna let them come in, stack your money up, save your money. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do something in the house, if you want to buy stuff, you can. You don't have to, because I'm gonna survive whether you're here or whether you're not, but you don't do nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? And then they try to manipulate these women and use their situations because they have nowhere to go, or you know, they don't have the motion going on right now. That's not right. And you're gonna get fucking exposed. You want to fucking NCB, bitch. And I'm telling you, any more women that dealt with this punk puss ass motherfucker, please come to me. Please come to me. This nigga need to be exposed. This is a bitch made dude that put his hands on women and kids. Like, man, this shit is so crazy, bro. I appreciate you for calling in.
See, I can talk about it because, like I said, I did my time for it, so I don't mind coming out and saying, yeah, I'm the one that was blazing at him. It is what it is. He had like he was in the streets. Like he was jumping on that girl and had them kids and all that. I wasn't going for that, man.
Man, that's crazy, man. And then I be sitting around, be watching the young dude, the YNs. They be around here shooting each other and stuff. And I you know, I'm gonna just say this: I don't condone violence. I don't condone violence unless you fucking with me, you're fucking with a kid, and you fucking with women when you put your hands on them. Now that I could, and I'm gonna let you know, bitch, I condone all violence on that. But at the end of the day, bro. At the end of the day, these YNs be out here shooting each other, killing each other, but they don't never be running down on these pedophiles. They don't never run down on these motherfuckers that be beating women. Y'all don't never run down on motherfuckers that's out here destroying our children and destroying our women. We all, as men, we all got mothers. You get what I'm saying? Right. We all got mothers. How would you respond if a person put their hands on your mama? You gonna be ready to tear something up. I know I am. What? I'm going back to prison, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, period. I'm a crash out. I don't care. I'm telling you. But at the end of the day, you know, I appreciate you for doing what you did. Because they're a bitch nigga.
Ain't no question.
So
ain't no question.
They can record that, send that to the police, post that. I said what I said. So I appreciate you, brother.
You already know. We'll stay locked in.
Yes, sir. All right.
All right, baby.
Peace. All right, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all call in, take a couple of calls, 919-307-9002. I'm just saying, though, they still letting George Zimmerman walk around. I mean, all this outrage. I'm sorry. When it comes to me and my people, we condone. I'm sorry. I know that's not right to say. We don't condone violence. They want you to be politically correct. That's why people don't want to fuck with you, because you too fake. Be yourself. Be real. What you see is what you get. And that's what it's going to be. All right, 919-307-9002. I'm going to take a couple of phone calls. Y'all, we won't be live tomorrow, but we will be back live Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm going to be live for y'all Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Y'all, this weekend, I mean, man, y'all, tired. The North Carolina Beat, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello, may I be online to talk to Gerald?
Yes, you online. How are you? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Paul Accounts, calling from Fayetteville.
Hey, what you got to say? But can you turn your TV down just a little bit?
Gotcha. Hey, listen, can you get her Cash App so maybe we can help her out?
Okay, yeah. Let me test her real quick.
So at least, you know, she ain't got to struggle no more, because, you know, we want to help her.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't want to go too much into her business, because she's just a mom that need a hand up. She don't need a hand up. She's a hardworking mama.
But look, if that chick that called that little boy the N-word, if she can put a GoFundMe on the doggone web and she can get over $700,000, why can't we do something for this young lady right here?
And that'd be my problem. Like, why would we hear people's stories? You know, we can't just show love and reach out. You know, instead of helping hand. I got some perishable good items. I got some clothes. I got shoes. I got stuff. Like, you know, help people. These people, kids go into the system and they split these children up, in different homes, and they grow.
And you see what she's got to do. She's got to get her 17-year-old to go stay with her younger kids, and she got to get her other child to go, you know, sleep in the car while she's at work. You know, she needs a place to stay.
Yeah. Well, no, she took her son at one time to stay in the car after, you know, to keep away from him. But
Well, ain't no telling what she's gonna have to do going forward. So
Yeah.
maybe we can give her, help her out because she used some money to
Yes.
go stay with that fool.
And they've been through too much. And they just been through too much.
She need a peaceful place to just lay her head.
Yeah, and I'm gonna reach out to some organizations because I know, a couple of organizations that'll help, that'll help you with your bills, help you pay your bills, and she good, like they good. All she got to do is get her light bill down. Like she got a baby, her light bill is in the thousands. Like so I asked her, I said, well, can you call and set up a new thing? But something was going on with the house and the meter and stuff like that, where they was at with the last voucher and stuff that they had, and it was running the bill up. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Just, and then people be leaving bills, just a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to put too much out here without them people getting in, her business or whatever.
Getting her business.
Okay, she sent me her Cash App, and I'm about to post it. It's $SCOOPSGIRL873.
You gonna put it up on the
Yes, ma'am.
on the glass.
On the glass. I'll put it on the glass. This her Cash App right there. SC.
Right, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling. SC00PSGIRL8732. All right, thank you. Okay. All right. So that's her Cash App, y'all. Y'all know who we're talking about. Oh, Lord have mercy. My mind be going 100 miles per hour. But that's Miss Lorena. Man, this guy right here. Listen, if you have any other stories, if you want to tell your story, I saw a young lady in the comments who was saying that they survived this guy for 10 years. Somebody said Section 8 just opened up. She got a voucher. Listen, I'm sure she don't care. Listen, her light bill $4,000. Okay. It's $4,000. And once she get that light bill down, she can go in there, have the money to pay to get her lights turned on, because you don't want to move nowhere and you ain't got your lights on. But this is a hard working woman, y'all. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, I took it down. Damn, I'm sorry. Let me put it back up. I'm sorry, y'all. Here go the Cash App. Okay. Make sure you screenshot it. Hold on, let me put it up here. Y'all can be a blessing to her. And I'm gonna say this, like, y'all, please sometimes, like this, I have a lot of stuff I can say about certain situations when I'm covering stories and stuff like this, but I don't fault no woman who is trying to survive. And you can spend 20 years or 10 years getting to know somebody, and they still show you a different person. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how do you ignore red signs when nobody is showing you a red sign? That's why, I always say you don't know who a person is until you live with them, until you stay with them, until you sleep with them, until you get in a relationship with them. This is, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and manipulation is a spirit of witchcraft. Once a person can cast that up on you, they got you. You know what I'm saying? But this woman needs women that understands that understands. You get what I'm saying? And I don't fault her because I know I heard her story. Like, and it's so hard to get up here and be transparent without the system looking at you as a person that can't take care of your kids. It's like, huh? What? No. And they better not come over here messing with nobody that come on my platform, because, baby, the stories I got on y'all that I haven't even brought forth yet, y'all don't even want to play with me. Y'all don't want to touch nobody's children that's over here. Just letting you know. But at the end of the day, if you can't be a blessing to her, help her. I mean, so if there's anybody out there that know any organizations or know, people that need help, you know what I'm saying? Come out. And I'm the type of person, when you come to me asking for help, I want to see. You got a bill paid. You ain't got to send me the bill. I trust you. You better pay that bill, because if I find out it ain't go to the bill and you come back, you ain't getting no more. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, you know, I felt like that, you know, when she reached out, you know, to tell a story, I mean, it's a sad situation. And y'all, trust and believe, it's more than 3 women that have come out and given stories about this man. He's abusive, he's manipulative, controlling, stalking, got stalking charges on him right now. So yeah, but let me put this up here so y'all can see this, what I was telling y'all about earlier. Hold on. I want to play these 2 videos real quick. This one with the dog. With the dog biting the kid, and then him talking shit to his ex-wife on camera. Okay. Oh, you want to call in? Oh, you're so welcome, man. You're so welcome. Nika, can you text here, let me put the number back. Hold on, Nika. Hold on. Give me one moment, Nika. I'm gonna let you call in, okay? Give me one moment. Let me play these videos real quick, and then I'll let you call in, okay? Give me one moment. Okay, this one right here is the dog video. Can y'all see that? Oh, let me see if I can zoom in. Okay, hold on. That's the other one. Y'all can't see it. Hold on. Let me zoom in. Let me get y'all the other one. Okay, while I wait for the other one. Hold on, y'all. While I wait for the other one to load, I'm going to play this other one where he's talking shit on the camera. And then I'm going to replay one from the dog.
Hey, little bitch. You know I barely look at TV anyway. Word is bond. Go ahead and go on the run. You just abandoned your home. Now I'm going to the magistrate and show them how you have done what? Violated. Not only 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5 times. And not only that, your ass keeps stalking me. So I'm going to wash my ass, and I promise, watch how everything you cut off.
Now, this right here is Lamont.
Hey, little bitch.
Talking shit to his
You know
ex-wife through her.
TV anyway. Word is bond. Go ahead and go on the run. You just abandoned your home. Now I'm going to the magistrate and show them how you have done what? Violated. Not only 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5 times. And not only that, your ass keeps stalking me. So I'm going to wash my ass, and I promise, watch how everything you cut off.
Here he come. He trying to get the dogs back in there. And he also got criminal charges related to this incident too with animal control. I mean, the guy's crazy. I mean, the nigga is just, he's just crazy. He's just crazy. I mean, they still let these type of people come in parties. I mean, these are the type of people that put their hands on women and kids, like just no reason whatsoever. Just, you know, They still let them come into clubs. They still let them. I mean, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. All right, let me open up this phone line again. I think a family. A family member wanted to call in. Where's the name? Where'd she go? Okay, let me put the number back up here. Here's the number. Okay, Miss Shatira, your daughter want to call in. How old is your daughter? They say he was talking about a wife. He was talking about a man dead wife last night. I mean, it's crazy, man. They misdemeanors. I mean, you can rack up so many misdemeanors and still get straight probation. Like you got to have a lot. Okay, let me put the number up here. The number is 919-307-9002. Oh, so this is also his daughter that's calling too. Okay. All right. Hold on. Where'd she go? Okay, the numbers on okay, hold on. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm waiting for them to call in. I mean, I just saw her name up here on the chat. Did somebody block her? Like I literally just saw her name. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Okay. She said they're calling now. Hi, the North Carolina Beat. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello?
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 Can you turn your TV down?
Oh, we did. We did.
Okay, so who am I
Can you
speaking
get my
to?
sister? Hello?
Yes, hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, I'm gonna see if I can get my sister in too. It's his biological daughter, but
Okay, so you are Miss Shatiria's daughter?
Shatiera.
Shatiera. Okay, Shatiera daughter. Okay, so you're her daughter, right?
Yes, sir.
And the other young lady is the daughter of Lamont.
Lamont.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Are you Lamont's daughter?
Yes, I'm his biological daughter.
Okay. And y'all are both up here, and I want to let y'all say what y'all want to say. So you guys have been dealing with the abuse of your father and stepfather for some time. Tell us about.
Yes, so initially I moved in with my dad in, I'll say 2022. My mom became paraplegic. And me and my dad, this is my first time seeing my dad in around, I'll say 12 years. The person that he showed in the video, that's the type of person he's always been. When I moved in with him, he basically was manipulative and controlling. We got into an argument. Also, our first argument incident happened where I asked him if I could go to one of my younger cousin's birthday parties. And initially she was going to go somewhere else. She was going to go to Atlanta, but she changed it. She was going to go to Charlotte.
Right.
He thought I was lying when I asked him could I spend the night, like I was still trying to sneak and go to Atlanta, but she wasn't going to Atlanta no more.
Mm-hmm.
We got into an argument about it, and it was basically like a go to your room situation. I'm still in the mindset of like I haven't had no father my whole life. My mom has been a single mother of 4. Yeah. My dad does not take care of me. His brother and my grandmother took care of me.
Right.
And my mom.
Yeah.
We got into the altercation. He told me to go to my room. Once he told me to go to my room, he followed me to my room and was still antagonizing me, messing with me and everything. And once when I sat down, he was just still arguing with me. It was back talk on my end, but he came to the point where he hit me in my mouth. So I had hit him back. And from that moment, he drugged me off of my bed and pinned me down to the ground and basically was just like on top of me. He was holding me down. I was telling him I couldn't breathe. He wouldn't get off of me or anything. And I literally had to bite him to restrain him from getting off of me. So that was the first incident that happened with him.
And this is your biological dad. This is my
biological father.
Mm-hmm. And I want to put this picture up here for y'all. This right here, she's talking about her biological dad, Antoine Lamont Johnson, a serial abuser, verbally, mentally, physically. I mean, this guy's just crazy. Okay, go ahead.
He still has a childish mindset. It came to a point of time where I look at my stepmother as my second mom. I don't play that stepmother, no nothing. I look at all of my siblings the same, like they're completely bloodly related to me. But it came to a point of time where he was trying to turn me and like the family like against each other. He was telling me like that's not your real family. I'm your only real blood in the house. Like basically like trying to make me choose sides between him and my stepmom and my step sibling.
Right.
And it was basically like I call her mom. He's like, don't call her mom. That's not your mom. Your mom is in Winston. That's not who you're supposed to be calling your mom to. She didn't birth you. Don't call her your mom. And this was just due to because not to put their business out there, but him and my stepmother had a rough patch at the middle of this time.
Yeah.
So basically it was it was that too. Our second incident came to where he put his hands on me where I had fell asleep in class and they called him and told him I fell asleep in class. And basically when I just got home from school, he was being very aggressive. He was yelling and everything. This is a bad patch where he was going through with the whole house. He had even left the house at a point in time. Being in this household, as long as I was in this household, I was more comfortable talking to my stepmother, Shatier, than I was more comfortable talking to my father.
Yeah.
So any question that he asked me, it was hard for me to answer because how bad he raised and how aggressive he was.
Yeah.
So when it came to my stepmother asking me, I was more comfortable to giving her an answer like, this is why and this is the reason. He never made you feel comfortable enough to where you can come to him or you can talk to him about anything. That's never been the type of person he is.
Wow.
That's the second incident when I fell asleep in class. We were sitting at the, he called me in and he was like, well, no, come here. I go in there and I sit down at the kitchen table. He's rambling and he's like, well, you just keep fucking up. You're just a fuck up, this, da. And I'm like, I don't understand how I'm a fuck up if I fell asleep in class.
Right.
Like one time. It was a one-time thing. My stepmother can tell you, my stepsisters can tell you I'm not a bad child. There was nothing I did. It was just like he's never been in the position to be a parent. And it was his first time having the opportunity to be a parent, and he was trying to go overboard with it. In his eyes, he feels like nobody knows how to discipline their kids, so I guess I was this is the show how you're going to discipline your child. This is how a child should be disciplined. Like if a child falls asleep in school, it's nothing. He can't go outside. You can't do nothing.
Wow.
He was basically rambling, and after the rambling situation, I was just too scared to talk. I didn't say nothing. It was basically like I went mute. Like my head was talking, but my mouth wasn't talking.
Yeah.
And he told me, he put it like he said, you don't hear me talking. And he was like, my right hand got on my crib flag. If you don't answer me, I'm going to smack you in your mouth. So then that's when I came out of my mouth and I said, okay, now you're doing too much and you're doing the most.
Yeah.
So, he asked me the question, like, he got aggressive after I said that. So I didn't say nothing else. I was completely mute the whole time.
Right.
So he kept threatening to hit me until he officially hit me. So then it came to where it was like an altercation where I had got up and he was basically trying to, like, force me to sit down in a seat.
Wow.
But I basically was, like, moving away. He had me pinned against the kitchen sink. That's when my stepmother, Shatiera, ran downstairs and was yelling at him, telling him, like, get your hands off her. I've been hearing her tell you, don't put your hands on her before he put his hands on me. And she was also on the phone with the police. She had called the police, and they were on their way, but they wasn't coming fast enough. So this was her second time being on the phone with police during he was doing it. She was threatening him, telling him to leave, telling him that she just said she didn't want to talk to you, so she helped me go upstairs. She helped me go upstairs to get away from him, and from that moment, it was just horrible.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to work. Being at my age, like, I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't come out of my room. It was basically like I was in jail. I couldn't watch TV. I had no phone. It was just literally nothing. Like, it was literally like nothing.
Like you were living in a prison. Wow.
Yeah, like I was living in a prison. I had no life, no nothing. And I'm sorry, my voice is a little shaky. It's hard to speak on a subject like this.
It's okay. It's okay.
I had no life, no TV, no nothing. Like, I had no personal life. My step-siblings, if they were going to the park, I couldn't go. We're going to grandma's house. No, you can't go. That's not your real grandma. Stay in the house. But if he was to go somewhere, no, come on, we finna go take a ride. No, come on, we finna go do this. No, come on, we finna do that. But it's like, I wasn't comfortable enough being around him. I was more comfortable enough talking to my step-siblings. So it came a point in time where my mental health was, like, horrible. I went back into the stage where I was self-harming myself. It went to a point in time where I got a phone from someone in school because it was like, I just can't do this. I'm not talking to my regular family who can, like, talk me through this or anything. So I got my first phone. I had to actually sneak and use a phone to communicate with everyone that I was communicating with. I was actually basically pretty much letting them know everything that was going on. Eventually, at a point in time, he actually found the phone, and he went through me and my step-siblings' messages. He always felt like me and my two step-sisters, we had, like, a real close bond, and we would talk junk about him, but it was basically because, like, you make us miserable. We don't have no lives, and it was always if I got in trouble, my step siblings got in trouble. Like, if it was a point in time where he told that I had got in trouble in school. I was supposed to stay after school. I didn't get in trouble. I'm sorry. That's wrong.
No,
I was supposed to stay after school for this learning thing, but nobody told me to stay this specific day, so I didn't stay. So I'm downstairs with my sisters. We're of the age to smoke. We're chilling. We're smoking. And he just comes downstairs and he's like, don't pass her nothing. Where the fuck were you supposed to be? Are you supposed to be here right now? Da-da-da, this, da-da-da-da. I'm like, I didn't know I was supposed to start today. Nobody told me to stay, no nothing. Yeah. I didn't have no assigned bus route or anything. He just did not want to hear it. Told them, like, they can't do, told my stepmother, like, the kids can't smoke in the house. They can't smoke in the house no more because Nana was supposed to stay after and she didn't stay after. Like, whatever, the smallest things that he would find to trip out for, they got in trouble for it. So it came a point in time where when he found the phone, he went through our messages and basically threw my self-harm in my face. So I was telling my siblings about my step-siblings about my self-harming, and he threw it in my face and basically was like, is this making you want to kill yourself? Am I saying what I'm saying right now making you want to kill yourself? You want to kill yourself? This, da-da-da. That's how you feel? Da-da-da, this. Well, go in there and do it then. If that's how you feel, go in there and do it. This is the type of person he is. And shouldn't nobody put up with that. I ran away from the household. I went to school one day and I never came home. Yeah. I told him I was not coming. It was no, you're not getting custody back of me. Because the night before I left, it was my stepbrother's. It was almost close to my stepbrother's birthday, and I told my siblings at the dinner table because it was to the point where I couldn't come out of my room unless I was using the bathroom and taking a shower. I couldn't even wash my own. I couldn't even wash my own clothes.
Wash your own
Couldn't even wash my own
clothes.
clothes. Yes, I couldn't
How
wash my
old
own
were
clothes.
you at this time?
It was just don't come out. I was 16 at the time. I was 16, about to turn 17 at the time. And I ran away from the household in November. Before I left, I literally told my step-siblings, like, I have to leave. Either I leave the household or I leave Earth. And I told them, I'm sorry, like, I can't go out that way. The next morning, it was Friday morning, I left the household. I never came back. I also left because it seemed like everyone in the house was scared of him. He put everyone in a sad, depressing hole. Everyone was losing themselves. No one could have company over, or company didn't want to come over just to not be around him because of the type of person he was. And it was basically like everyone was miserable. So I felt like maybe to help my mental health and maybe me leaving would start everyone else leaving. Like, y'all don't have to be scared. Y'all can leave too.
Yeah.
And that's basically, I feel like, what happened. Everyone else was like, okay, enough is enough. Like,
And when did you leave?
I left in November of 2023.
Okay. Wow. I am so sorry that you went through that. I mean, sitting here listening to this, man, you know, people don't believe people be going through stuff, and people deal with stuff at home, and they do. I mean, but let me say this, you're a living witness because you still have your mind, like, you know, you still have your mind. I mean, you know, I'm sure it hurt you, most definitely, what you had to go through. And I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. And baby, don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. I hate to, I mean, that's not a father. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a father.
Yeah, it wasn't a father. It was more of someone, it felt like someone was trying to, like, it felt like more of a stepdad trying to play a father's role.
Yeah.
Like, my stepmom was more like of a biological parent than he was. Because he did nothing for me, literally. It was my stepmother.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think it's stepfather, because I know some good stepdads, but dang, man. I mean, oh God, listen, I'm so sorry. I'm on his ass now. I'm on his ass now. I'm digging up all type of stuff. People come. I mean, I'm gonna do one big expose on him because people really need to know who he is. And I'm gonna come back to this video, and I'm gonna be able to get your words from it, put it in an article. But I'm gonna do a big expose on him. And I'm so sorry. I don't even have the words to even say other than I'm so sorry that you went through that, and thank God that you survived it mentally, physically, emotionally. I mean, even the fact that your father drug you and got on top of you, and I mean, you cannot breathe. And then people try to act like if you can talk, you can breathe. Duh, we fucking know that. And a person know when they can't breathe. Like, I know when I can't catch my breath, or when I didn't say I'm stop breathing. I said I can't breathe. I'm trying to catch my breath. I think we know that. I think you can communicate that as well but at the end of the day, so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, he has history of abuse. He used to abuse my mother at a point in time.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I'm just so sorry. I thank you for coming on here, speaking out. I really appreciate you for coming up here, because people are going to be able to go back and watch this video and to hear what you all have said about this guy. This guy is horrible. I mean, to think that story, I mean, that story of him punching that boy in the face has exposed so much more about this guy.
Yeah, and just listening to her, she was explaining, for me to not know this woman, she was explaining the exact type of person he was. So it was just like, wow, like, she's explaining everything about him. Like, even when she said, like, the situation with her child, like he didn't get up fast enough in time. Like he's that type of person. Like he wants you
to jump right
turning your foot to the back of his heel.
Wow.
Like if I say jump, you jump.
Yeah.
It's his way or no way.
Literally.
Yeah.
And even if he's wrong, it's always a but. Like it's always a but. He can never just accept the fact he's wrong. That's why he was deflecting on the situation that just happened.
That is crazy. Wow.
That wouldn't be the first time he's ran up on a younger man, though, a younger boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And tell us who you are. You are
first time.
Miss.
I'm his stepdaughter.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I guess.
You're Miss. How you pronounce your mom's name?
I'm Shatiera's daughter.
Shatiera. Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead. I want to hear your.
I'm gonna be honest. My story would be totally different than what Nana said, because me and Lamont, we had a very close relationship compared to my other two siblings. Me and I really looked at Lamont as a father.
Right.
But once I started getting older, and I guess because let's be real, I've been working since I was 15.
Okay.
And the house that he's staying in right now, we helped our mom get that. He didn't help with that. And we weren't allowed to have friends over. We weren't allowed to. We everything we did was in the house. We didn't really ask to go anywhere, but it is what it is. When I did finally start exploring, I guess, and I finally brought somebody over and introduced him to him, it went good. At first it went good. Then one day I went to my grandmother's house. I guess he has a narrative that, you know how young people do when they get mad at each other, like, oh yeah, we're not cool, we're not talking.
Right.
That's what happened. And then he took that as, I guess, y'all just don't talk anymore. I don't know. I don't know how Lamont thinks. But at the time, we were at my grandmother's house. I was getting ready for work. He called me to ask me if we needed anything, and I told him no, because I had it from the boy.
Yeah.
And he asked me if my mom knew about it. I said, yeah. He hung up the phone to call my mom to verify. He never called me back. So I went on about my day like it was a normal day. I went to work, and at the time I was a trainer. I was the only one in the front with two trainees. The boy was supposed to leave and come back. He left for 5 minutes and called my phone and told me how my stepdad had ran up on him with a gun. He chased him around the parking lot.
What?
He threatened him, all because he was talking to me. And after that, I had to quit my job. I wasn't allowed to go anywhere. I wasn't allowed to do anything. The boy pressed charges. The boy ended up not showing up to most of the court dates.
Yeah.
Which they ended up dismissing the charges, which I really wish he would have went because of this situation now. But then everything passed. I was finally able to work. It was okay. I'm 19 now. I started dating again at 18.
Yeah.
And with that whole situation, it was a thing where I was like, I'm gonna wait to see where it goes before I tell him about it, just so he don't react the way he reacts. And my mom found out about it herself, and I was honest about it. She asked me if he knew. I said no, but if he asked about it, I'll tell him. When he finally came into the room, and I was on the phone with my boyfriend now, he questioned me about it. He asked if she knew. She knew. That's when all of their problems started. Everything really started when I started dating, and everybody started thinking it was weird because it was really never no issues until Nanika Nuki started dating. I was his baby girl. Like, me and Lamont was really close. And now that I'm older, I don't know, it's kind of weird. But
so where was your mom at during all of this time when he was doing all of this stuff to you? Like, was she saying something?
My mom, she was defending me. That's where all of their issues started coming from, because he felt like she was lying or she was keeping secrets. But in my mom's eyes, she's 18.
Yeah.
When she's ready to tell you, she'll tell you. She's older. She's basically an adult. But Lamont wasn't having that. That's really where all of their issues started coming from.
Yeah.
When Nana moved in, like she said, if she got in trouble, we got punished for it as well. We weren't allowed to smoke. We weren't allowed to go anywhere. Or or it was a thing where we didn't want to go anywhere, because it's not fair that she can't go work, or she can't go with us to our grandmother's house because you feel some type of way. He literally would tell her, he would put her on punishment and tell her, you can't work until you move out. How are you supposed to move out if you can't work? How are you supposed to make your own money if you can't work? Like, he finally had somebody he could discipline and he could control without my mom being able to really say anything, and he took advantage of that. So when Nana finally left, I mean, nobody could blame her. Like, she didn't even tell us she left until afterwards, just because she was scared of what would happen if we knew.
Now let me ask you this: did he beat your mom? Did he put his hands on her?
He never put his hands on us. He was mentally and verbally abusive to us. He never put his hands on any of us. But when it came to my brother, that's what he wanted. The way he did that little boy in that video, that's what he's always wanted with my little brother. He's never liked my little brother, and he always had an issue with my mother because my mother wouldn't let him discipline my little brother.
Wow. I'm lost for words. So he put a restraining.
When Nana moved out, when Nana moved out, eventually it got to the point where it was like, dang, like, this is too much. My intention when I left, I never wanted to move out. I never wanted to leave. I packed some clothes for work the next day and to shower. And I was planning on staying with my boyfriend. The next day while I was at work, he was telling me that he was packing my stuff and that he was going to bring it to my boyfriend's house on my brother's birthday. He told my brother, he pulled me to the side. He told me that he always loved me, but he asked me for my key. And then when my brother got home, my brother called me crying because he was saying that Lamont told him that I gave him my key back and that I didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
He told my mom the same thing. And yeah, after that, it was just, I don't know, it felt weird even going back to my own house with my blood family.
So I'm saying in 2000,
I mean, we're good now.
That is
go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. That's I'm just listening to you, and I'm lost for words. And I know your mom had some charges and stuff pending against them, so she couldn't speak right now. But
she's listening.
Yeah.
She's listening. I tried to get her to talk.
Yeah, I told her she's the victim. I mean, but I understand. So I see here that in 2007. He beat up somebody and killed him in a jail cell. Well, he ain't beat him up. He just knocked him out one time. When you in a jail cell, you can't move around. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm sure that man didn't even get his fair ones off. So he didn't. I mean,
yeah.
How much time did he get for this? Do you remember?
We weren't with him.
Okay,
he wasn't with us at that time.
That'll be around the time he was with my mother, but I wouldn't know as of right now because I'm not at home to speak with my mother.
Yeah. How's your mom doing?
My mom's doing good. She's just finally glad that everything is coming to the light. She asks me every day, like, have you talked to your step-siblings? Have you talked to your mom? How's everything going? Is they okay? I'm glad y'all got away from that. I'm glad she was able to get away from it. Like, that's literally all she has to say.
Wow. I want to put this picture up. Who is this girl right here? Did you see this picture on his Facebook page where it's like a little boy sitting in the chair and he got his fist like he's about to punch the girl?
Those are our cousins. Those are my cousins, his niece and his nephew.
Okay, yeah, I just felt like that's very like weird. Just
Shoot, the house that he took. I don't want to say her name wrong. Lorena. Lorena. The house that he took her to. That's the house that house is my mom's house.
Yeah.
They started to get a divorce, or started. Oh yeah, here my mom's here.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Hey.
Hey.
But I want to do another interview too with another day, because I want to talk about some more stuff. But I do know about you're divorcing him and stuff like that.
I'm Currently separated from him. We gotta wait until October to get the divorce because I officially left the house in October whenever I got out of jail. He filed false charges on me, got me arrested, said I chased him with a gun. Whole time he had my gun. I didn't get my gun back until the day I got arrested. My oldest daughter got the gun from the sheriff. I didn't have a gun whenever he told him I chased him with a gun.
That is crazy.
So he got me arrested. He said that I violated the 50B, which my daughter and my son had responded to a post he made, and I had turned off his cell phone and the internet in the house because he kept ringing the doorbell, talking to me through the doorbell. So whenever we went to court, they dropped the charges because he was telling a lie. I came home and he had called the sheriff and told him I was there and to come pick me up. I did my 48 hours in the county, first time ever getting in trouble. And then they arrested me. I went and stayed with my mom. I never went back to the house. He's telling people that he's going to sell the house. He can't sell the house because the house is in my name.
Right.
His name is on the deed because we were married, and that's the reason why he was able to put me out, because it was marital property. I never went back because my family was like, yo, we don't want you to go back and end up being arrested.
Yeah.
He burned all our stuff. He burned all of my stuff in the house. Like, he went live burning my kids' diplomas. My dad died in 2020. He burned all my family photos.
Wait. He burned your children diplomas and your family, all this sentimental stuff. He burnt all of that
on live, and people were online cheering him on. I think that's the thing that hurts me the most, because people know when I met him, he had just got out of prison.
Yeah.
He never kept a job while I was with him. If he kept a job, it was for a few months. In the beginning, like, the relationship was dope in the beginning. I'm not going to lie and say, like, everything was bad, because it wasn't. Me and my kids loved him. But once we moved into our house, it was like, because he didn't buy it, because it was me and my kids that bought it, he felt some kind of way because he didn't have no power. He didn't have no power. And because he didn't have no power, he made me and my kids miserable. I told Nana let me know she wanted to leave. And I told Nana, I said, wait until you graduate. You'll be 18. You can go and it won't be a problem. I said, matter of fact, we're going to leave together. She left in 2023, the end of 2023. I left in 2024. I asked him for a divorce on August the 17th. 2 days after our anniversary, I asked him for a divorce. He made me and my sister and my kids' life a living hell. Called the police on me every day, posted shit about me on Facebook, had people talking shit about me that had met me through him, had people saying bad stuff about me, and I'm like, this thing ain't got no job. He live in my house. He driving my car. The car was in both of our names, but I made the payment. And they really, like, people really down me who knew I took care of him.
Listen, it's a lot of these women out here taking care of these men. It be the same one. That's why I said they be trying to hold people to a different standard, and they doing the same thing. I mean, that's your life, and that's part of your testimony. I mean, that is what it is. Like, I don't know a woman that would let her man struggle. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you gonna help him? I mean, because that's y'all business.
Oh, I wasn't gonna let me and my kids struggle. It was never about taking care of him.
Right, but he was still.
I had dreams for my kids. I knew I wanted a house for my kids. I knew I needed a car. I did what I had to do to make sure me and my kids was good. But because that was my husband, of course, you gonna reap the benefits.
Right. That's what I'm. Right. When as some women,
I couldn't stay with him because it's like you're jealous of the fact that my kids been working since they was 14, never been without a job. My daughters ain't never been out of a job since they was 14. You jealous because I'm making so much money. Now you on social media talking about how you're gonna get spousal support and you're gonna get alimony, and I'm gonna be paying spousal support the rest of my life. You got my house foreclosed on because you wouldn't leave and you couldn't afford it. You got my car repoed because you couldn't afford it. So how the fuck is you getting spousal support when I'm having to file bankruptcy to get on my feet?
Damn. And you know what? I always said, like, me personally, this is just my opinion, like, you know, I feel like marriage ain't for me because I feel like and you just gave me a different perspective. I always felt like that it was, people can come in and take everything that you work hard for. And they talk about prenups and stuff like that. But I mean, everybody don't want to do that. You get what I'm saying? Some people think it's not love, but then this guy right here ain't even taking nothing. He's just trying to destroy your name, your credit. I mean, to put a restraining order on me and to stay in the house and you ain't paying the bills, you can't afford it, and it's in my name, baby. He was trying to do that to destroy your
That's what's mind blowing to me. Like, he took that woman in knowing that woman already had issues.
Yeah.
The house is in foreclosure. At any minute, they're going to come in there and tell you got 3 days to get out. So how would you invite them in there thinking they're going to be able to be on their feet, knowing you got to get put out?
Dang. So I guess it's something out there to take from you, and it's something out there to take you down. And that just seems like what he was trying to do, but it ain't work. God got you. Let me tell you something. I'm so glad that y'all got out. I'm so glad that you got out. I'm so glad that y'all ran for the hills to protect your mental state. You know what I'm saying? To save your mind and your soul and your heart for somebody who really genuinely and truly loves you. You know what I'm saying? And I just
after we got out, he was still posting about my mom. He found out where we stay at now, riding up and down our street.
And you got a restraining order on him. He got a restraining order out on you still, or you?
No, they dismissed the restraining order with him. And they wouldn't let my mom put any more on him. They said that they felt like they were both playing tit for tat. And that the next time they did it, they'd make it to where neither one of them could put a restraining order out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Wow. I'm just lost for words. This has been a lot of information to take in. I'm looking to him because I got some more women who came to me about him, beating them and putting his hands on them, as well as, the verbal abuse and stuff like that. I mean, man, oh my gosh. I'm lost for words. And I really want to thank y'all for coming on and telling us this story. I definitely will be in contact with y'all. I'm
just glad that Lorena got what she deserves, because the way he did that little boy, it broke my heart, because just seeing that, like, imagine my mama would have gave him the right to discipline my little brother. Like, that could have been my little brother. That's really what got to us. Like, that could have been us had we not gotten out and had he gotten what he wanted in that relationship.
This is crazy. I know the people that are watching Beat Mob. I know y'all watching like, what the freak? This is crazy. And I want to.
He wanted to be famous. I guess he got what he wanted.
Yeah, I ain't done with him yet. I got some more stuff on him that I'm going to drop. But I will be in contact with y'all. And thank you so much for calling in.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for listening.
All right. Y'all, Beat Mob. This one man. I mean, I'm just lost for words that this. I'm lost for words. I don't even know what to say. I'm lost for words, but sir, the internet is gonna be your friend for the next couple of weeks. Okay, because you're gonna be on the blogs. Like, you're gonna be on the blogs. I want to do all their story individually. Just think people need to know. I'm just lost for words. I really am. But I got their contact information. So y'all stay away from this man. Stay away from this man. He is dangerous. He's a monster. You heard it tonight from all of these ladies, The guy that came up here, Dean, he came up here. I mean, this guy is crazy. Crazy. Like cuckoo. Bro, you done lost your boy. You crazy, man. You really, really dumb and crazy and stupid. Okay? Somebody said, Melissa, I'm not with you. Trinisa said, yes, get his ass. I have seen him take her through hell. I'm definitely a witness. He's a coward, and I had words with him as well. Wow. She's so strong. God bless you, boo. What's his page name? Lamont Johnson. Lamont Johnson. I think he has like a little white tiger as his profile picture. Like he's up there petting a white fake tiger, look like. Kirsten said, please, community, come together and beat his ass. I'm weak. Why is he not on a t-shirt? Listen. I mean, this dude right here, this is how he treat women, bro. Like his own daughter. Like, did you hear his daughter? His own daughter. Like, come on. This is some crazy stuff. This is crazy, crazy stuff. So anyways, y'all, we will be back live again Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, okay? So I will see y'all back here on Wednesday, okay? We back live Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7:30 p.m. Somebody said, Akeem said, y'all ain't answer my question though. Is he like, excuse me, one of those internet prophets, cult leaders or something? Like, how the fuck he end up? Listen, I don't know. I don't know. Melissa, this live went deep. And I'm glad that they said what they said in here. And I hope he watch it. Because we ain't done exposing Mr. Johnson. You're going to get exposed some more. You're going to get exposed some more. And I just want to thank everybody that hung out with us, that stayed up here with us. See, that's why I tell people you never leave early because you don't know what's going on. People always come in at the end. But thank you so much, Nika, for coming on. To Nana, I believe. Thank you to Miss Bone that came up here. I mean, everybody that came up here, Demon that spoke. Thank you so much. Antoine, you a bitch. Bitch made. For real, for real. You a bitch made. And you know, well, see, people like him where I'm from, he couldn't even come around. Like, you will be banned. You know what I'm saying? But that they don't do that stuff up here in North Carolina like that. But I want to thank everybody so much for coming on tonight. I appreciate everybody that stayed with us and stuck it out with us. Thank you so much for your attentiveness. Y'all, again, we will be back live again on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, okay? And again, we're off Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I had to switch it up, switch the date up because I'm off schedule. But anyways, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. See y'all at 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday. Beat Mob. If you have a story that you think the public should know about, please send it to us at newstip@thencbeat.com. That's newstip@thencbeat.com. If you have a breaking news story, if you have something that's happening right now in your neighborhood, something right now that's happening, you can always call us at text us at 919-307-9002. Same number as the call-in number. You can text it to send in breaking news. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight.